my name.
DeOndre.
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 DeOndre. The one and only.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Yeah, man. So this Faze thing is it just keeps going from bad to worse. Bad to worse. Like, I just don't understand, this whole thing. And then, this whole situation about them introducing another Faze member. That's the girl from, what's her name again? I did a video on her. I can't even fucking remember. Grace Van Dien. That's who it is. Grace. Yeah, she was the one that said that, people in Hollywood are weird and shit. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole thing. She was like, there's a lot of, sexual harassment and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I remember doing a video about that. And so people are mad that she's in Faze now, but are we really surprised that she's in Faze? I mean, who isn't in Faze? I mean, I'm probably the only motherfucker that's not in Faze, but then again, I'm not a celebrity. So wasn't Snoop Dogg in Faze? And like, he literally, I think he wore like a Faze chain and that was it. Like, he took a picture and then that was it, right? I don't know why they keep doing that. But anyway, let's check this video out. This literally just came out. Shout out to Jalen. Shout out to him. Give credit and all of that. But let's see what the hell's going on with this, man.
So the Faze Clan drama is heating up, and Innocent has been caught in the crossfire, and it's like, at this point, what are the OG guys planning? Are they trying to completely tank Faze Clan? Is Faze Clan even gonna be a thing for much longer? Because it doesn't look great on the stock market.
Yeah, man, that stock market price looking real ugly, dog. It's looking real bad. It's looking real bad out here, man. And it's not getting any better. That's the thing. It's not getting any fucking better.
I saw this Faze drama circulating over on Twitter, and I was like, okay, I want to talk about this, okay? I have some things that I want to say. So as you probably know...
I think we all do. Faze Rain alleges corruption in Faze Clan, says members are being taken advantage of. It's always Rain. It's always Rain that says shit. You know what I'm saying? But like... people like to label him crazy, but I mean, when you really think about how shit has unfolded now, I mean, is he really crazy? Is he really crazy? You know what I'm saying? And then I think he was on, wasn't it Bradley podcast? He was kind of talking about it. He was making a lot of sense to me. I mean, essentially, like, the OG Faze members pretty much just sold out. They saw money, they saw the gold, they saw the gold at the end of the rainbow, and they ran for it, and now they're upset. The company, or they're upset at what Faze has become. But I mean, you can't really be mad.
Over the last several months, there has been a conflict from within Faze, with many of the OG Faze Clan members sort of batting heads with Faze Clan's management. They built this company and this brand from the ground up, focusing on like this new wave internet, YouTube, gaming, media, something that these newer guys or older guys that came in and took management of the company really have no idea what they're doing. And they've sort of been running Faze Clan as if it's like a traditional media business. And of course, this has caused many of the original Faze Clan members to be extremely displeased, and they're saying that they're getting screwed. I mean, they threw millions of dollars.
Yeah, coming here for $1.9 million in stock in a spot on the company's board of directors, along with $248,000 worth of stock each to his son and companies controlled by his spouse and manager. God damn. And then so they did all of that only for him to walk away. Like $1.9 million in stock right now for Snoop Dogg. I mean, no wonder why he walked the fuck away. I mean, look at the stock price compared to when they gave it to him to now. Like, that's insane. Nobody will walk away from that. Are you kidding me?
Sad Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he was in Faze Clan. I don't know how much money they gave that guy, but he left. He just like left one day. And
that's literally all they did. That's literally they gave this nigga a chain, and they took a picture with him, and that's it. Now Snoop does stream. He does stream, but like not like any YouTuber or streamer on Twitch. Like, I mean, he streams occasionally. You know what I mean? Like, it would make more sense if they were to sign somebody like a Soulja Boy to Faze, if they haven't already. I mean, they could have. I mean, I don't know. But it would make more sense to me if they had signed a nigga like that to Faze Clan, because at least this motherfucker stream. you know, pretty, you know, he streams often, you know what I mean? Like someone at least a little younger. It just seems like they're just trying to just have as many, it's like Thanos, right? They're just trying to collect as many goddamn celebrity infinity stones as possible. It doesn't work for something like what Faze Clan was originally supposed to be about. Like, it was supposed to be about gamers. It was supposed to be about people who gave a fuck, the content creators, all that kind of stuff. It wasn't really meant to be like a you know what I mean? You know, I'm glad it became mainstream the way that it has, but I mean, let's be real. It wasn't really meant to be that. It was meant to be something completely different. And now the people who are in control now, you know, like you said, is just running it like a media company. Like, they're not running it like it's a gaming company. Like, you know, it's crazy, man.
He was only in like one video or something, and you know, Tico had his whole drama where he wasn't even sure if he was in Faze Clan anymore. He wasn't really getting paid, and it's just like a whole mess. Even Banks has come out and spoken against the current.
And Banks, I mean, does he even make videos anymore? Like, I used to follow him on IG, and then he was like promoting like NFTs and shit all heavy. And then, I don't know, I just kind of like unfollowed him because like that's literally all this motherfucker was talking about. And then that was it. Like, I didn't really keep up too much with him. Banks was on like a whole nother, like, he wasn't even thinking about Faze, you know? I really think at this point, a lot of people just have Faze in their name just because branding. Like, I don't even think they really give a fuck, because I feel like a lot of the OG members don't even post content like that anymore. When was the last time you really saw like positive Faze content from the OG members, not these new niggas, you know? And that's another thing, you know, there's so many people in the goddamn place in Faze, you don't know who they are, you don't give a fuck who they are, you don't care about who they are, you know, and you just don't really, like, there's no incentive to really want to like watch their content like that, you know? I think the last one that I really gave a fuck about was Faze Censor Martin, and that was it. I don't even think he's with Faze anymore. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but that was the last person I gave a fuck about. And other than that, like, I don't care, you know? But I feel like there's like so many people in it that it's just like, okay. But now I feel like the biggest thing to do is just to try to align themselves with as many celebrities as possible. But what celebrity that really gives a fuck about their brand? I mean, if you're gonna give them millions of dollars and all kind of, you know, little gifts and gadgets and trinkets and all kind of shit to join your company, and they don't got to do anything, they just got to sit there and accept it and take a picture with you, I mean, sure, I guess they'll take that every time, but I don't know.
Leadership, it just seems like everything is a complete mess over there. And recently, Faze Rain would spark up even more drama when he would end up leaking one of Faze Clan's new recruits, with Faze Clan posting this tweet onto their Twitter account: "We want more women in Faze Clan," to which Rain would respond by saying, Spoiler alert, it's Grace, and the only reason I heard was because she was on one episode of Stranger Things. And so that whole thing was crazy too, because it's like, okay, they tweeted it out, but they already knew who the fuck they wanted. And that's another reason why people are pissed off, I would assume, is because it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like, all right, like, I mean, she's a celebrity, but is she really though? Like, I mean, she is a celebrity, technically, you know what I mean? She has been on, you know, has been and stuff, but I mean, I don't know, man. Spoiler alert, it's Grace, and the only reasoning I heard was because she was on one episode of Stranger Things. Now, if you don't know who Grace Van Dien is, she is the newest member and recruit of Faze Clan.
Is it Dien or Dien? I've been saying Dien. I don't know. I don't know.
She was in an episode, a very popular episode, might I add, of Stranger Things. You probably know her from the Chrissy wake up meme that was very popular on like TikTok. Even though she was only in like one or two episodes, she kind of stole the show in the episode that she was in. A lot of people really liked her character. And so after the show has ended, she's kind of built up a fan base and reputation online, and she's been streaming on Twitch for the past year. And it actually seems like she's been through a lot of like shit.
One of the last movies I did,
Yeah, that was the video that I did. about her talking about the Hollywood motherfuckers.
The producers asked me to, like, he hired a girl that he was sleeping with, and then he had her ask me to have a threesome with them. So, like, that's my boss. And then I didn't, and I cried, and I was so upset. But it's like, when people are like, how is streaming better for your mental health? That's how. I get to stay inside my home and play video games, and I don't have my boss asking me to have sex with them.
And so instead of like having to put herself through that, it seems like she's resigned from acting, at least for now, and has decided that streaming and Twitch and gaming is just her passion. It's what she wants to do. And so since she was like basically brought into FaZe Clan as it's falling apart, she's been receiving a lot of unnecessary backlash and heat from some of the former FaZe Clan members, with Rain uploading this video reacting to her recruitment, and he pretty much says that she doesn't really deserve her spot in FaZe Clan. She just isn't a good fit. And
I understand why he would want to say that, but bro, like at the end of the day, like the company is in the shit that it's in because of, not just solely because of you, but because of you and the rest of your members, you know, the rest of the OG members that were there, you know, selling it out. Like, you can only be mad at yourselves, you know, at the end of the day. And Grace seems like she's happy to want to do this, right? She seems like she's happy to be in FaZe. Like, as far as like the most celebrities that they try to bring in and sign and all of that, she's the one celebrity that actually looks happy. Like, she looks like she wants to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? But little does she know, and she's only been streaming for like a year. So it's not like she's really been out here going crazy for you know, 10 plus years or whatever the case. Like, only been, you know, a little bit of time. So she's still low-key new to the space. And she's just out here catching strays, man. She's just out here just in the middle of it. And it's a shame because it really is FaZe's fault. FaZe ain't right for having her come on in the middle of all this shit. It just is one big fucking mess at FaZe. And it's just like, does anyone know what the hell is going on over there? Like, I feel like I have a better knowledge of what's going on over there, and I've never been affiliated with any of them niggas at all.
Personal opinion, and feels like she was brought in for diversity purposes, or at least that's just kind of what I'm getting from his video.
I agree, obviously, with everything she wants to do, but this is my thing. Like, you're not friends with people in FaZe. Like, I see she's friends with a lot of like 100 Thieves people and like Pokemon and all those people. Like, I just don't get why you wouldn't want to go do something with people you're actually friends with. They're trying to turn FaZe into some sort of agency where they just kind of sign big talent and then this work deals through them, but then it deletes the whole idea of what FaZe is, because then the collection, the group, it's gone. Because then it's just like people from different communities all together just for the numbers. She is a nice girl. I don't want anybody to think I'm like roasting her, I'm talking bad on her. Just because I think somebody's not a good fit for FaZe doesn't mean I think that they're a bad person or that I think they suck. I love my mom. I'm gonna keep bringing her up as an example because I love her more than all of you. I love my mother more than everyone. I don't want her in FaZe.
And many people on social media have also been expressing,
I mean, I get what he's saying. You know, I get it, you know. Like, someone like a Grace wasn't intended for, you know, for this type of community, according to him. But what you got to realize is that, bro, it's not your company anymore. Y'all sold it off, remember? I get it. You know, you're upset with how the company is going, but bro, like, it's not yours anymore. Maybe, you know, obviously we're younger. You guys were dumber. You know, you guys saw money and you went towards it. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on.
this sentiment saying that she just doesn't belong here, that she's not like a proper gamer or whatever. People saying that she probably can't even hit a collab on Call of Duty. She can't hit a trick shot, which in my opinion, I feel like she's just getting a lot of unnecessary and undeserved shit. I mean, yeah, I do think it's pretty likely that FaZe Clan, they wanted diversity, right? They wanted to look good from the outside, and they also wanted publicity, and so they brought her into the fold. But at the same time, I don't really see this as some sort of like crazy decision or something that they're making. I don't see this as them taking opportunities from other people. Like, yeah, she's not a professional gamer. She's not hitting trick shots in Call of Duty, but FaZe FaZe Clan hasn't been that for years, and the OG guys were a part of moving FaZe away from that. I mean, it has become like an influencer brand group content creator thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, y'all create content, right? Y'all stream, right? Like, she's not the problem. You know what I mean? Like, she's not the issue. That's, you know, and I feel like people taking their frustrations out on her. Like, listen, she ain't do nothing. Like, she literally is just, she just got signed to FaZe. That's a happy moment for her, especially for her not being in the space for super long. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good thing. Of course they signed her because she, you know, was a celebrity, and then also too because she's a woman. You know what I mean? So those two things, you know, you kill two birds with one stone. You get to check off your diversity box, and you get to check off the celebrity box. You know, I mean, it is what it is, you know?
See, I don't even really know how to describe FaZe. That's kind of the issue here. It's like, what even is FaZe anymore? But like, Banks went out of his way to create Clout Gang, and they recruited a bunch of like popular people. Like they tried to recruit Mr. Beast. They pulled Tfue because he was blowing up on Twitch. So in my opinion, this just makes sense. It just kind of lines up with FaZe's track record. And unlike Snoop Dogg, she's actually a content creator. She's actually doing the work. She's actually streaming. She actually plays games. And so I just can't help but kind of feel bad for Grace. And whether you want to admit it or not, the gaming community is just extremely toxic towards women, and I feel like a lot of the outrage and hate is a lot more excessive than it should be, simply for the fact that she is a woman. Anyway, Grace would end up responding to this whole thing, just kind of upset, obviously, because she just got recruited to this org, and she's just kind of upset with the way Rain is going about it, and speaking about her, saying that, you know, he doesn't know, like, he wasn't in the room, he wasn't in the talks like she was.
Because FaZe Rain said that the only reason I was signed with FaZe is because I was on Stranger Things. I'm sorry, sir. Were you in the meeting? Were you there? No, I've never met you. And that is not why FaZe signed me. Like, that is definitely how I got the meeting. Yes, I will definitely give that credit. That is how I got the meeting. But that is absolutely not why I was signed.
Yeah, I mean, of course, obviously, yeah, he wasn't there, so, you know, you definitely got him there. You still kind of proved this point. You did just admit that you really you were put in position because of that. And I think that, like I said, a lot of people, like I said, I get why people don't fuck with Rain. I get it, you know, but like, I gotta be honest, like, it's not like he knows what he's talking about to an extent, you know what I mean? And some of you may disagree, and I get it, but like, he's not like, you know, a complete lunatic. I will say that. It's still not okay, like the kind of shit that, you know, Grace has had to deal with, you know, but she'll, you know, understand that it's not personal, you know what I mean? Like, these dudes are just upset at FaZe as a whole, not just you, you know?
The things that we spoke about in the meeting are why it happened.
And like I said at the beginning of this video, I feel like she's just kind of an innocent, like, victim in all this. Like, she's not been a part of this. Like, she doesn't know the history, she doesn't know the beef, she doesn't know the drama. I mean, what would you do if a company or an organization came up to you and said,
hey, I got that same joint, you know what I mean? Got that same lava lamp. I know that was random as hell.
Hey, would you like to be a part of our org? I'm sure you would accept that as well. And then to have the former owners coming at you, actually, I'm pretty sure Rain is still an owner, and basically like sicking their fans on you, I think you would also be upset as she is. Anyway, I don't know if this conflict with FaZe is going to be solved anytime soon, because this has been going on for months now. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen here, because this is just, it's gotten increasingly more and more toxic, and I feel like FaZe is not going to be around much longer. I mean, hopefully the OG guys can, you know, come together and save the company, but like, at this point, I don't really think there's much to even be saved.
That's pretty much it on that, man. Shout out to you, Jalen. I don't know, man. Like, FaZe is gonna have to really figure something out. I mean, at this point, they're gonna become obsolete and a thing of the past, and it's unfortunate because I fucked with FaZe. I never had an issue with FaZe, you know what I mean? And then they just kind of faded into obscurity and became something else. So, yeah, sucks.